The trial began January 11 and it is expected to continue for 6 weeks before jurors are sent out for deliberations.
Jennifer's family and loved ones have lost a loving daughter, sister, cousin, and lifelong friend.
As this trial begins, it is crucial to remember who is at the center: Jennifer, whose 5 children have lost their mother and, as an eventuality, both parents, said her friend Carrie Luft in a statement on behalf of family and friends.
Dulos' family and friends hope the trial provides accountability for her death and answers to lingering questions.
But Randolph allowed other evidence Schoenhorn sought to bar, including video of the police questioning of Troconis and DNA test results.
He has also challenged much of the evidence in the case. Judge Randolph recently ruled the police seizure of Troconis' cell phone was illegal, and any evidence obtained from it cannot be used during the trial.
Before the trial began, Schoenhorn accused police of lying to and misleading his client during interviews and questioning her in English with no interpreter present when her primary language is Spanish.
Before the trial began, Troconis attorney John Schoenhorn accused police of lying to and misleading his client during interviews and questioning her in English with no interpreter present when her primary language is Spanish.
John Schoenhorn attempted to block detectives from testifying about their use of a luminal swab to identify some of the stains as blood, claiming the test is based on junk science.
Under cross-examination by Schoenhorn, he agreed that the luminal tests, which was one of the 2 tests deployed, would also have appeared positive for a laundry list of other substances.
Riley said some of the garage samples tested positive for blood. The swabs were sent to a lab for confirmation, but none of the witnesses have testified yet about these results.
Former Connecticut State Police Detective Kevin Riley spoke about the luminal tests when the trial resumed on Tuesday after the 3-day holiday weekend, and jurors were shown new images of alleged bloodstains in Jennifer's kitchen.
But Judge Kevin Randolph ruled that evidence regarding luminal was admissible, adding that Schoenhorn would get an opportunity to cross-examine officials about it.
He made an impassioned statement to press outside, saying that luminol, which glows blue when blood is present, also presents the same color for substances including bleach, rust, paint and turpentine.
The next day, Troconis lawyer John Schoenhorn attempted to block detectives from testifying about their use of a luminal swab to identify some of the stains as blood, claiming the test is based on junk science.
Troconis' sister Claudia, flanked by their parents Maricela and Carlos, made an emotional statement outside the Stamford courthouse following the first hearing, insisting that Michelle is innocent.
Evidence of blood-like stains on the ground of Dulos' garage was shown to jurors.
Suspected blood stain in Jennifer Dulos' Range Rover, which was parked in her garage.
Former State Police Detective Matthew Riley said he spotted red stains on several surfaces in Jennifer's kitchen, including on a paper towel roll, sink faucet, and countertop, and in her garage.
Almeida began testifying in the murder trial at Stamford Superior Court on Tuesday.
Almeida still lives with the Dulos children, Petros, Theodore, Constantine, Christiane and Cleopatra Noel, who are now aged between 13 and 17 along with their maternal grandmother Gloria.
Jennifer Dulos vanished on May 24, 2019, amid a divorce from her husband Fotis, who was later charged with her murder. Fotis killed himself in January 2020, leaving his new lover Michelle Troconis to face trial alone for allegedly helping him conceal the killing.
Lauren Almeida, who took care of the couple's 5 children for 8 years until Jennifer's disappearance on May 24, 2019, also gave more details about Fotis' affair with defendant Michelle Troconis.
She noticeably lost a lot of weight, she was just afraid, and she expressed that a lot.
Almeida described how Jennifer's mental and physical health deteriorated after March 2017.
Eventually he walked away and she told me she needed to get out of the house.
He pushed the door more, and he saw that his daughter and myself were in the room, and his demeanor totally changed.
Fotis was yelling and she closed the door behind her and she pushed her body up against the door and he was trying to get in, Almeida said. She was terrified.
Almeida recalled one occasion when Jennifer returned to the Farmington property to collect some belongings, when Fotis yelled at Jennifer and she hid from him behind a door with her youngest child and the nanny.
She said their odd but previously amicable marriage rapidly became tense and uncomfortable, and that Jennifer moved out of their shared Farmington home with their children to a rented house in New Canaan.
Earlier on Wednesday, Almeida spoke about the collapse of Jennifer and Foti's marriage in March 2017 after he admitted to his affair with Troconis, a glamorous Venezuelan-American socialite they had met before on family ski trips.
There were several chilling clues that Jennifer had not gone about her day as normal, according to Almeida, including her usual morning cup of tea and granola bar left untouched in the kitchen.
4 of Jennifer Dulos' children and their nanny ate lunch in her blood-stained kitchen hours after she was allegedly murdered by her husband in the home, court has heard.
Almeida said she spoke with Fotis on the phone later that day, who wanted to arrange meeting the children the next weekend but did not mention Jennifer's disappearance.
After exhausting all their mutual friends, Almeida contacted New Canaan police, who launched a missing person investigation and visited Jennifer's home later that day.
I went outside and started to call people who could have heard from Jennifer. I called my mom, who tried to calm me down, then I called her friends.
When she wasn't there, I was shocked but also had the found kids, so put them into their appointments.
The second I called Jennifer and she didn't pick up, my stomach just sank because she never didn't answer the phone.
When asked how she felt when she realized Jennifer had not attended her appointments, Almeida said, "Really bad."
The court was shown several text messages from Almeida to Jennifer, who was her close friend, letting her know how the day was unfolding, receiving no replies.
Almeida recalled how she drove the kids to New York to meet Jennifer at the orthodontist's office where they were due to meet, but medics said the Connecticut mom had not turned up for her appointments.
Almeida said she picked Jennifer's children up from New Canaan Country Day School at around 12:30 p.m., and they returned to the home for a quick 20-minute lunch in the kitchen, which would be identified as a crime scene later that day.
The court was earlier shown images of what appeared to be blood inside one of the remaining paper towel rolls, which detectives seized as evidence.
Almeida added that she also noticed several rolls of paper towels were missing, but she figured that one of the children had spilled something earlier that morning.
I thought it was strange but figured she was in a rush, so I cleaned the tea and put the granola bar away.
When I entered the kitchen, she always had tea in a cup and a granola bar. The tea was still full and the granola bar was still there.
I thought that was a little odd because it was a really nice handbag and it was on the floor.
When asked by the state whether she noticed anything strange in the home the first time she went in, Almeida said, "First, her purse was on the floor between the mudroom and the kitchen doorway."
There were several chilling clues that Jennifer had not gone about her day as normal, according to the nanny, including her usual morning cup of tea and granola bar left untouched in the kitchen.
4 of Jennifer Dulos' children and their nanny ate lunch in her blood-stained kitchen hours after she was allegedly murdered by her husband in the home, court has heard.
Prosecutors claim that Jennifer was killed by her husband Fotis Dulos in the New Canaan home on May 24, 2019. And her murder trial has heard from detectives who said they found blood-like stains in her kitchen and garage later that day.
Nanny Lauren Almeida, 32, was oblivious to the horrors that had purportedly unfolded in the room when she served lunch to 4 of Jennifer's 5 kids on the day of her disappearance.
Fotis killed himself in January 2020, but his initially secret partner Michelle Troconis, 49, is now on trial at Stamford Superior Court for allegedly helping him to conceal the crime by disposing of evidence. She denies all charges.
Michelle Troconis, who denies all charges, entering court for the 4th day of her trial.